Welcome to Game of Thrones Chat, Season 4, Episode 3, The Breaker of Chains. I am the fan of history, and with me is
Party.
And let's talk about what happened in the episode.
Yes, absolutely. Can you explain to me why it's called Breaker of Chains?
Yes, that's the last thing that happens in the episode.
Oh, okay. The breaking.
Chains are breaking!
Oh, okay. They were it was more like throwing of the chains than breaking of the chains, but okay.
Thrower of chains sounds pretty lame.
Yeah. Okay. Let's make it Breaker of Chains.
If you're a slave, you want someone to break your chains, not throw your chains.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll buy that. I'll buy that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So we start with where we started off last episode with the wedding.
Really, no flashbacks, no nothing, just start.
Exactly.
Joffrey is dead.
1 second later.
Yes.
And the first thing that happens basically is that Sansa is running away from King's Landing.
Yes.
With Dantos, the former knight, now Jester.
Yeah.
And so he seems to be the only one that has an agenda, really. Or I don't know. She seems really happy to get out of King's Landing, I guess.
Yeah. Why is she following him?
Yeah, it's not very. I mean, he said earlier that he liked her and he thanked her for saving him.
Yeah.
And then he says like, if you want to live, follow me.
Yeah. So she has that's the only one she has any confidence in. So.
Yeah, because she has talked to him once.
Yeah.
So that.
Good decision making, Sansa.
Yeah.
Maybe she's taking after her father regarding making decisions.
It does seem totally random. In the books, he does talk to her several times.
Okay.
Before this, so he talks about that he can save her, but when that time comes, she has to react. So she has had time to mentally prepare for it.
All right.
But
Well,
it doesn't make any sense at all in TV series, I think.
okay, but he's the only one who knows. That we know who knows what has happened.
Yeah, we think that he's the only one because he is reacting immediately, so that's why we think that's happening. And who is he working for?
Peter Baelish!
Yes, Littlefinger.
Appearing for the first time in the season.
Yes, everybody thought that he had gone to the Vale a long time ago.
Yeah, maybe he has. Maybe he's back from the whale.
Maybe, yeah, that's right. Maybe he's back or...
The whale has a harbor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not... Yeah, the Vale has harbors, yeah.
Yes.
Several harbors. The area doesn't have a harbor, so you have to travel by land for some time. But yes, absolutely, they have harbors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the way it's going to go then, by ship.
Yeah.
Since it has a ship.
He says he's going to take her home. And that's sounds like a really bad idea.
Yeah. Well, what is home? The Winterfell? The burnt down Winterfell? Or?
Maybe it is the whale then.
Or, yeah, well, at least her aunt is there, maybe that counts as home, or...
Yeah.
So, yeah, so the north or the Vale. He said to Tywin that he was going to go to the Vale. Now it says to her that he's going to go to the north then, or home at least.
Yeah, maybe the whale is home. I don't know.
Or maybe it's his home. Or is it his home or her home?
And his home is in the whale as well, right?
Yeah, he comes from the Vale.
Okay.
From the fingers.
Yes.
So if he's going to his home, he's going to the Vale as well.
And we didn't see anyone else on the boat, right?
Well, there was at least 2 crossbowmen.
Yeah.
But we didn't see any celebrities. If there's...
And the poor fool.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he wanted 10,000 gold. Or 10,000 something anyway.
Yeah.
And he got 2 crossbow bolts. So I guess he was shortchanged.
Yeah, that can't be worth 10,000.
No.
But what's the currency? How much money is that?
If it's 10,000 gold, a gold coin is worth at least $1,000. So because there's copper pennies and copper stars and silver pennies and silver stars and gold coins, so it's a lot of money. I did calculations way back, and it was several $1,000s to a gold coin.
Yeah.
Which is an insane amount of money. The Hound won 25,000 gold coins at the tournament in the first season.
Okay.
25,000 gold coins, which would weigh several hundred pounds. I mean, there's so many coins.
Sounds like a bad plan from Mr. Fool.
Yeah, exactly. How would they think they would get $10 million?
Yeah, his boat would have sunk.
Yeah, exactly. It would have sunk, yeah. Absolutely.
What wasn't the government debt to the Iron Bank 6 million gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
So 6 million gold would be 6
Special currency episode.
Yes, exactly. Well, they talk about the Iron Bank and stuff also in the episode.
Yes.
But before that, they talk about Joffrey some more, and it's funny to see like Tywin. He's not very distraught, considering his grandson has just been killed.
No, and Tommen neither.
No, and Tommen neither. That's even. I mean, Tywin. Tywin is such a rational man. He's been around, but Tommen, it's his brother. It's a big brother, and he's like, oh, okay, well.
It struck me that we haven't really seen any relationship between the siblings, even though Tommen and Myrcella was with Joffrey in season 1. They never interacted in any way.
Yeah.
Tommen interacted a bit with Tyrion, but...
Yeah, exactly. Tyrion joked with him and kidded him around, and Tommen seemed to like Tyrion.
And Myrcella is just made of plastic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the TV series, absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't see that much more from in the books either, but Joffrey is not the best big brother in the world. You can imagine that, yeah.
Yes.
But still, it doesn't matter how. I mean, even if you're tormenting your kid brother's still going to be very unhappy. You're going to cry his eyes out.
Yeah.
For days afterwards. But so I think that wasn't very well acted.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Because we did see that actor act in his old role, and then he was scared at least. When he played the Lannister boy that was executed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, now you're mixing it up. Yeah, okay, when he played Martin Lannister. Yeah, then at least he looked scared. And at the wedding, he was laughing at when the dwarves were running around doing a little play.
Alright.
He was laughing, and then he looked at Tyrion and he's like, oh, so he stopped laughing. Because Tyrion wasn't thinking the happiest thoughts about that stuff. And he ordered Podrick though to give every dwarf 20 gold coins afterwards, just to show them that he didn't hate them, he hated Joffrey for making them do that stuff.
Yes.
So they each got $20,000 then.
We skipped, we skipped Margaery and...
Yeah, and Olenna is for her, considering that's her grandkid's husband that died, she's not very unhappy either.
No, she was quite practical.
Yeah, she was very practical. So, okay, we'll marry the next one, basically.
But what happened to her husband? Was that in Robert's Rebellion, or?
I think that was a long time ago.
Who killed him? What?
I don't think that's. I think that was a long time. No, he was falconeering, and rode his horse over a cliff.
Oh yeah, I remember that story.
What a stupid way to die.
Yeah.
That's what she thinks anyway. This like stupid oath. Yeah. Keep your eyes on the ground in front of you, not on your falcon.
Okay,
yeah, but that was a long time ago. It was so basically she thought that he was a stupid oath, and she thinks that her son Mace is a stupid oath. So she thinks that all men are stupid. Maybe I don't know. She doesn't. She can't think Tywin is stupid, but.
Do you think Margaery will now marry Tommen?
That seemed to be what Olenna wanted.
Yeah, and what Tywin wanted.
I mean,
they talked about marriage.
They still want an alliance. Yes. Yeah, and he did mention to Tommen that a king needs to marry. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go into sexual education. Now we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we had other people doing that in the same season.
Yes, the one person actually mourning was Cersei and maybe Jaime, but then he got other thoughts.
Yeah, or maybe that's how he mourned. I don't know.
Maybe. That felt very weird.
Yes. Well, it was a rape, let's call it that. It wasn't consensual. I mean, some people say, oh, she wanted it, but it doesn't matter. A no is a no, so it was a rape. He raped her.
Yeah, it probably wasn't on her top 10 list of things she was thinking of doing.
No, absolutely not.
I half and half expected Joffrey's body to fall on them. He was like tagging the...
Yeah, how horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, how horrible for him not getting to feel... Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to have too much sex talk here.
Yes.
That would be even worse. It was.
There is no sex in Game of Thrones.
Exactly. Maybe there's too much. I don't know, but I think they have a contract to do that.
Can never be too much.
So, what do you think is the most important thing for a king then? Is it holiness?
Wisdom sounds like a pretty good thing.
Yeah, holiness and what was it? Justice and strength sounds good too. But I think I agree with that. Wisdom is probably the best thing to start with.
Fantastic scene. Tywin instructing Tommen to be a king. That was like, I want more of that.
Standing next to his dead brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Practical education. No, theory, but...
it seemed out of place a little bit. I still love every scene where Charles dances. I think it's awesome, but this scene seemed a little bit off.
I thought it was really great.
But maybe it was supposed to be off, and the next scene with Jamie and Cersei is even more off and like really awkward. So maybe it was supposed to be that way.
Maybe Lannisters have a hard time dealing with grief.
Yeah, maybe exactly. Good point. Well, what do you want to talk about next?
Well, what was the next scene?
Well, it was Arya and the Hound.
Yeah.
Traveling through the Riverlands.
Yeah, then we learn like the Hound is really cruel.
Yeah.
And mean.
For a minute there I was like, well, fair wages for fair work. Like he's going soft. Oh, he's not going soft. He's still hardcore. He's still stealing whatever he can or killing whatever he has to.
Yeah, he's a pretty hard character to define, but his grayness, sort of his walk between being bad and being good is interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he says that a few episodes, like everybody has their own code.
Yeah.
He has his code. But Arya said, you said you weren't a thief, but then it's like, well, I don't remember what he said. He didn't really respond to it. But I guess you could say it's robbery rather than thieving if you punch the guy and grab his money. But then everybody has their own code. But then when you're starving, all codes go to heck.
He's pretty cynical at that rate.
Yes.
Did they ever learn where they were going? They didn't know the way.
To the Vale, or?
Yeah. They were like, which way is the way?
Yeah, well, no, he probably asked him before he took his money.
Yeah.
But they're still in the Riverlands, I guess, because that farmer liked the Tullys from Riverlands.
Yes.
But they could be coming close to the Vale.
And I half and half expected to hear something about the Blackfish. House Tully, which is
we haven't heard
survivors. So
we haven't heard about him for a long time.
And what happened to Edmure?
Yeah.
We don't know that either. He's still a prisoner in the Twins.
Yeah, last spring we heard from him, yeah. So he's just sitting there. Blackfish then, he's out somewhere, but we don't really know what he's doing at all.
Yeah.
He could be dead somewhere else, or he could be alive, trying to rouse a rebellion or something.
He'll be back.
Let's hope so. But so I like that. I like that scene. I just like the Hound. I love the Hound and love Arya. Them together.
Yes.
It's a good team, absolutely. And then we went up to the wall.
I found that Arya can be quite annoying, but together with the Hound, she's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
such a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people really like the Hound together with Sansa. But I don't like the San. I like the San Arya.
Okay. Yep.
But, so then we went up to the wall and apparently they got some new recruits. But they're still only up to about 100 men, they say.
Yes.
At Castle Black. They had 300 at the Fist of First Men, but most of them died on the way back, or some of them
deserted. Or
lost at Craster's
Keep.
Took over Craster's Keep, yeah. But still, 100 seems really low. I don't know how many they have. They have two other castles as well that they have manned, and then they have like 20 castles that are unmanned along the wall.
Yes.
But right now, this looks like they only have 100 men.
But there's only one gate, right?
Yeah, there's only one gate.
Only one known gate, at least.
Well, at Castle Black.
Only one public gate.
I mean, from the south of the wall to north of the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, you have one at Castle Black, one at each castle.
Yeah.
The other 20 castles, all those gates have been shut down with the stone and ice built.
Okay.
So there's only 3 gates, the whole wall then, basically.
Yeah.
And Castle Black is one of those 3 gates. So the wildlings want to get to that gate so they can start getting people under the wall.
Yes.
Because they can't have like 10.
Why not go for one of the other castles? It seems like Castle Black has all the manpower.
Well, we don't know how many people are at the other castles.
No.
And we don't know if people are attacking them as well.
Well, maybe they are.
Yeah. But right now we see what's happening at Castle Black, and they have 100 men against those wildlings. We don't know how many wildlings there are.
A lot.
A lot, yeah. It might be 100 of those. And the wildlings seem to be warriors, every one of them.
Yes.
As opposed to the other ones, the Night's Watch, or a mix of warriors and steelworkers and builders. So.
And they look so undermanned now.
They really couldn't afford to lose all those men at the Fist of the First Men.
But obviously the wildlings suck at siege warfare, so...
Yeah.
Castle back should serve them well.
Well, the wall is 700 feet tall. Who wouldn't suck at siege warfare, basically?
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you're really good at siege warfare.
Oh, I meant if they're going to attack Castle back from the south.
Oh, from the south. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, that's much easier.
Yes.
Yeah, they have like a palisade, 10-foot palisade or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the books they don't even have that. They only have they only have walls. They only have towers. They have no walls at all to just accentuate that they are completely defenseless from the south.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it looks like a castle, somewhat.
Yeah, exactly.
In the show.
Yeah, but it's not a very strong one from the south. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there.
So Jon Snow has to go to Craster's Keep now, obviously.
Yeah, that's the mission he's decided for. Yeah.
What about the undead horde from the season finale in season 2?
They're durdling, I think the word is. They're dilly-dallying.
But Fist of the First Man is a bit quite far away from the wall, but
yeah,
it's not that far. It's like been a year.
It's been a serious traffic jam or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, there've been season 1. They weren't that far from the wall. Like very first scenes from the very first episode.
Yeah.
They're not that far from the wall.
But that seemed like it was a random walker, just...
Okay, but then when Jon and Sam goes up to the Wind Tree to do their vows in the first season, and then Ghost finds this hand.
Yes.
So, and then they bring back these Night's Watchmen, they become zombies basically.
Yeah.
They were very close to the wall.
Yes.
So someone dropped them there, or something, or so there's been.
And it works that there are White Walkers and there are like undead, and the White Walkers wake the undead.
That seems to be the case. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy in the season finale of season 2, he was, and the guy who was later killed then by Sam, he was a White Walker, but he's like the only White Walker we have seen, and the rest have been like only undead.
Yeah, so you need Dragon Glass against the White Walkers.
Yes.
You need fire against the zombies.
Yes.
And they need steel against the wildlings, basically.
Yeah.
So you need your archers of Castle Black. They need to have 3 kinds of arrows. Dragon Glass.
Check your target.
Exactly. Exactly. You need to figure out what's your target.
But the whole undead arm is like. I thought that now the war with the White Walkers is on when season 2 ended, but.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what's going on there. Really, it's really slow.
Yeah.
But maybe they will catch up further. But it seems like the wildlings are. We'll see if the wildlings get there before the White Walkers. Which ones? The wildlings must be faster than the White Walkers.
Maybe the White Walkers are going for the wildlings, which is why they are.
And the wildlings are running around in circles, so.
Yeah. So when the wildlings come to the wall, the White Walkers might be right after.
Oh, so someone might be sandwiched between the wall and the wildlings.
Sounds nasty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, speculation.
That's what we're all about.
And then we should mention Stannis.
Yes.
Okay. And then we have Darius. Or did you want to say something about Stannis also? Or?
Well, what did he do? He was bitter and he complained.
Yeah, okay.
And he threatened Davos. So it was just a regular day at Dragonstone.
Yes, exactly. Davos did get an idea about something.
Yes, he wanted to ride to the Iron Bank of Barrows and look for a new job.
Is it Bravos or Borrowers?
Borrowers.
Borrowers. Iron Bank of Borrowers.
Oh, sounds like a great bank name. And because they needed gold for the Golden Company.
Yeah.
And he was going to borrow that on Stanley's excellent credit record.
Oh, okay. So he's going to borrow gold and get 10,000 mercenaries. But
why didn't Stanley just do? He didn't like mercenaries. He probably doesn't like borrowing gold either.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of goes hand in hand. So Davos has to do it himself, though.
I think Stannis has a lot of need for Davos, otherwise he would get nothing done. He would just burn people and complain.
Yeah, Davos is like his moral conscience or something. Or I mean, Stannis is really like, oh, I want justice. But then once in a while it's like, oh, I kind of want power too. Then Davos goes, no, you want justice. You want justice.
Yeah.
Like with Gendry, like he was going to kill Gendry, and then like no.
And what happened with Melisandre's words at the end of season 3 when she said, okay, now we have to focus on going north and helping the Watchers?
Yeah, they're as slow as the walkers.
Yeah, but Stannis is just, no, I'm going to sit here and complain, and my throne room has no wall, and it's cold in here.
Yeah, they did say that at the end of season 3. We're going north, and then nothing. I guess they're trying to gather strength to go north, and Davos collected like three minor houses.
Yes.
With a tiny army
But Stannis seemed intent of staking his claim and like attacking King's Landing again or something. But
yeah, by himself.
He didn't look like he was going north.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Are they changing their mind or what's? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, because Melisandre seemed to think that it was super important to go to the north. So
yeah,
and she seems to get her way.
And what has she done since then? Burned some
people.
Yeah.
And said weird things to little girls.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really make sense right now.
No, that's weird.
Yeah. And so let's move on. Let's move to Sam and Gilly at Moletown there.
Yeah, Moletown. First time in Moletown.
Yeah, it's maybe last time. It didn't seem like a nice place.
So it is part of the gift that the Night Watch got from House Stark.
Yeah.
So it is under the jurisdiction of the Night Watch.
Exactly.
And the Night Watch don't have time to keep order.
Yeah, I mean they're concerned with the wall, so I mean normally they're supposed to keep order, but they probably have some bouncers or some kind of watchmen at Moletown. But they have to pay taxes to Night Watch.
They seem to respect Sam more than anyone else.
Yeah, well, he's a nice Night Watchman.
Yeah.
So he's like above them in rank, so to say, in a way. And maybe he seemed to be like putting down his foot a little bit more now. I mean, before he was just he couldn't really make a decision. He couldn't like tell anybody to do anything.
No.
But now he could like look that matron in the eye and say like, well, no other work. She's gonna do this and so on.
Yes.
And he could tell Gillian, no, you need to go to Moletown. So whether or not it's a good decision, at least he's making decisions now.
Killing White Walkers builds character.
Exactly. Yeah, stabbing them in the back, that rocks.
Yeah. It's the best way to kill.
It's the best way to kill. Yeah, I would do the same with White Walker.
Yes.
If I could. Yeah. But speaking then of the wall, then we see there's another village also, the one that's attacked by the wildlings.
Yes.
And they
very cruel scene.
Yeah, very cruel scene. And then they let that boy run away. And you had a very interesting comment about the way the boy runs for Castle Black.
Yes, I thought that when the boy runs to Castle Black, this village exists there to provide stuff for Castle Black. So it should have a road going to Castle Black, and he's running in the direction of Castle Black, and there's nothing, there's not a path, there's just a moor.
Yeah. At least a path, yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to bring stuff to Castle Black, like food or something, and how did they do that?
They should have built a road, basically.
Yes.
For this episode.
Yeah, so that
or found some place with a road, and have him run by it or something.
Just have extras who walk there.
Exactly. No, I realized you can't build a road for this purpose, but at least you could have like a place where there is a road or a path or something.
Yeah, it was strange.
Yeah. But maybe it's the fence fault. Maybe he sent him in the wrong direction or something, and he wasn't.
Maybe the kid didn't know.
No, maybe the fence like, okay, run away to Castle Black, and the kid's gonna be like, no, we're gonna run that way because that's the way Castle Black is. No, he's just gonna run.
Okay, that's an interesting. Maybe he's not running to Castle Black.
Yeah, because the fence told him just to run, and you're gonna run if the fence.
And Grit, what a killer!
Oh yeah.
God,
she's a slayer.
Yeah. Poor innocent.
Yeah, and she put 3 arrows in Jon Snow and he's still walking around, so...
Yeah, so he's feeling great.
Yeah, but the people that she put arrows in this time...
They don't feel great.
No, absolutely not. So, nice little build up there of the ferocity of the wildlings. We'll see what happens then when they clash with the men in the Night's Watch.
Yeah, with the rapers and thieves and thief rapers.
All those... Yeah, exactly, the raper and thief.
Yes.
Yeah. They had those as well. And then we had some more nudity in the whorehouse where Oberyn is hanging out.
Yeah, Dorne, the place to be.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, this wasn't. I mean, it was.
Yeah, Dornish spirit.
Dornish, the thing to be. You mean?
Yeah, Dornish influence on King's Landing.
Exactly. So it's more sex now in King's Landing than before.
Yes.
Oh wow.
It's awesome.
Well, Oberyn. Everybody likes Oberyn. I think, and
yes.
Everybody likes Tywin also.
Yeah, great scene.
Yeah, and here we have then the establishment that there's going to be justice and there's going to be justice.
Yes.
So Oberyn is going to help with the justice of Tyrion. So basically, Tywin is telling Oberyn, I want you to judge, but I want you to judge my way, basically.
Yeah.
And then in return, I will give you the mountain.
And that's weird because either Tywin is convinced that Tyrion did it, or he's just not interested in justice because he knows who did it.
Mm-hmm.
But he still...
Yeah, I mean, if he did it, of course he wants the scapegoat.
Yeah.
If he didn't do it, he might think that Tyrion did it.
Yeah.
Or he might think that... Or he might know he did it, but he thinks that Tyrion is just a better scapegoat.
But earlier he has had this many chances to get rid of Tyrion after hating him for his life, so... Throwing Tyrion under the bus now seems a little bit weird.
Yeah, he could have thrown Tyrion under the bus at any time for the last 30 years.
Maybe the trial is not for Tyrion.
But who is the trial for them?
Maybe somebody else has been arrested or will be arrested.
Oh, okay.
And maybe they're just saying that the trial is for Tyrion because they want that other person to feel safe.
So you think Tyrion collecting his witnesses doesn't really matter because someone else will be...
It's just part of the scene.
Oh,
they have to go through the process in case if people think that Tyrion is the person going to trial. Because it is kind of strange that they aren't investigating anything else.
Yeah.
That we know.
Yeah, the police force is lacking. We need some CSI stuff in there. No?
Yes.
Badly, it's not very scientific. And, they have one suspect, and now we're going to have a trial. They're not going to investigate anybody else.
No, and I think Tywin should suspect somebody else as well, at least not be certain.
Yeah.
If he isn't involved himself.
That's a very good point. He should suspect somebody else.
Yes.
But maybe he thinks that Tyrion is a better...
And he was kind of suspecting the Dornish prince as well.
Yes.
Maybe that was his investigation.
But maybe he doesn't want... But maybe he doesn't want to come to the conclusion that Oberyn is the culprit. Because then he has to kill Oberyn.
Yeah.
And then Dorne is lost.
Yes. And Dorne is somewhat apart from the rest of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, they're to the far south. There's mountains and marshes and stuff between them. So they've been a little bit isolated.
And they actually resisted the dragons.
Yeah, it's they were the last of the Seven Kingdoms to join. And I don't know exactly how they did resist. They had some big crossbows and arbalests and stuff resisting the dragons. But let's not. Yeah. We'll go into that in another episode or something.
Okay.
But you're right. They're the best at resisting dragons, I guess.
I seem to remember something that they joined the Seven Kingdoms voluntarily after the Targaryen conquest.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they were convinced by the Targaryens to join. But they were conquered.
Yeah, you're right.
But it seems very un-Targaryen.
No, well, yeah, but they allowed the last king of the north to bend his knee.
Yes. Also,
instead of doing combat. He's like, oh, dragons, shit. Okay,
really big.
Okay, I'll bend my knee then.
Yeah.
So, but he was still allowed. I think he was still allowed to be the lord of the north.
Yes.
And they're still allowed to have princes of Dorne.
Yes.
But they're not allowed to have a king. So.
All right.
Yeah. So Dorne is apart. Dorne is the most different from the other ones.
Yeah.
The Iron Islands are pretty different also because they're more like Vikings.
Yeah, they're like the 7.5 kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. They have other gods that they worship also.
But they're really, really set apart from the rest of Westeros.
Yeah, in that respect at least.
Yeah.
Or are you thinking about something else?
This very warrior-like culture that lives on an island right outside your country. And they're like they must have been a constant problem for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were.
Yes.
Yeah, and they rebelled as late as 10 years ago. They rebelled.
Yes, that was the last war before the series.
Yeah, exactly.
That everybody has been referring to quite a bit.
Yeah, but when they say the rebellion, they talk about King Robert's rebellion 20 years ago.
Yes.
But then there was another Iron Island rebellion 10 years ago.
Yes.
Where Theon's brothers were killed.
Yeah.
Okay. What else is there? Well, we still have perhaps most people's favorite story arc, or a lot of people seem to like Danny.
Yeah.
What was it, 2012?
Danny has a nick for ending the episodes, like appearing at the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's where they put her. Yeah, well, many episodes she gets to end it. Yeah.
It's an interesting sort of way of telling a story. We have this parallel story, and sometimes we get reminded that it's actually happening in the same world, but it's so far away.
And I think it really works to put it at the end, because if you put it in the middle, it's like, because all the other stories, the other stories are more intertwined.
Yes.
The North, the Wall, not so much, but the other stories with King's Landing and stuff, it's more intertwined. So it makes sense to have all that stories together, and then at the end you have this addendum with Danny.
Yes.
Who a lot of people call her Khaleesi, and apparently in 2012, 146 children were named Khaleesi in the United States.
Wow.
I haven't had this confirmed, but this is just, let's just hope that people understand Khaleesi is a title, not a name.
Yeah, let's hope that.
Yeah.
It's like calling your child princess.
Yeah, but that kind of works though. Yeah. Well, kind of works, especially if it's like in another tongue or something. So let's just hope that people don't get a rude awakening. It's like, oh, is that what it means?
Hello, little queen of murderous horse barbarians. Can you come in and eat?
Exactly. I think this is partly has to do with the guy that plays Jorah Mormont, because he goes like, Khaleesi. Every episode like, Khaleesi, I need to remind you that something.
He's the only one calling her that, because all the Dothraki are dead. In her...
Oh,
there should be some left, but...
Yeah, but
you never see them.
She has 8,000 unsullied and 100,000 freed slaves, and then she has like 30 Dothraki or something.
Yeah.
So they just disappear in this crowd. She still has... But we haven't seen them die, so I guess they just disappear in the crowd.
Yes.
But...
And she has a new way to free the slaves.
Yeah, throwing chains at them or breaking chains? Or,
So do it for us, free yourselves.
Yeah, she's going for the hearts and minds there.
Empowering the slaves.
Yeah. Wow, those gates, kind of big gates there.
They were pretty big.
Yeah, and the heart piece on the side there. Look, the gates look so small until that guy rode out from them.
Yeah, they were pretty big.
Yeah.
So how much?
But no moat.
No moat.
That's always thankful. No moat, so you can just roll up your battering ram right next to the...
Yeah, and build a ramp up the wall or something.
Yeah, that too, that works.
Yeah.
Or just use the catapults.
Yes.
To throw other things.
So we expect a slave rebellion in
Marine.
Marine.
City of Marine, yeah.
Yes. In next episode.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. She won Astapor and she won Junkai,
so there will be no Slavers Bay left. It's the last city in the Slavers Bay.
Yeah.
So what will they call the bay now?
The Freedom Bay.
Oh.
Danish Bay.
Yeah.
Dragon Bay.
Yeah.
Something.
I have a hard time understanding the economy of those lands. Like 3 enormous cities.
Yeah.
Based on slavery, and they are really rich, and one of them sells mercenary armies.
Yeah.
But it's like...
Yeah, and then the Junkai sells bed slaves, and then Marine sells all kinds of other slaves or something. Or
yeah.
They didn't define it, but yeah, the economy they have.
So who is the customer?
People buy it from all over the world actually.
Okay.
So and they do have ports at all those 3 cities.
Yes.
So they have ports that can bring in like maybe grain or something like that, or foodstuffs or whatever, and then take out slaves.
Yes.
And then they have rivers going to at least to Marine. I think the other cities also they're like by the sea and also have rivers, so they have some farmlands also.
Yes.
Outside.
But it seems like the city-state is the preferred way of government in the rest of the world after the fall of the empire.
Yes, exactly. You have all these free cities that are city-states.
Is there any nation?
Not really. It's pretty much city-states.
Summer Islands we don't know a lot about.
Yeah, but okay, so we don't know very much about that, but they're not very big.
No.
So it's not like a nation. Or
of course, there is the Dothraki.
Yeah, but Dothrakis are like traveling hordes.
Yes.
We can't really call it a country if it's traveling around.
True.
So that's right. It's Westeros is really the only country we've seen so far.
Yes. It reminds me a lot of 1000 BC actually.
Oh.
With a lot of small city-states.
Yeah. And a lot of and soon somebody's gonna drum on the war drum and
exactly.
the Assyrians is gonna attack.
Yes. So that was the episode. What did you think about it?
It was a very good episode. Very good. Not as good as last episode, of course, but
no, that's all.
I really enjoyed it. Absolutely. How about you?
Yeah, I liked it. I want to see more.
Yeah, give us more. You have to wait another week.
This was also the first time we watched the episode together, right before this.
Yes.
So is there something else to talk about today?
I think that's about it.
I have a theory.
Oh, you have a theory? Okay.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
And as you know, I haven't read the books, but Power T has read the books. So he will now try to keep a poker face while I do my theory here and laugh at me inside.
Okay.
So my theory is then about Jon Snow. And Jon Snow, who Jon Snow's mother is and who his father is. Because if you remember Ned Stark, he was like his one thing. We had two things. He made bad decisions and then he was extremely honorable. So would he have cheated on his wife and brought home a bastard? Probably not. So his honor is forcing him to say that Jon Snow is his bastard. And why would he do that? So the theory is then that Ned's dead sister, who was either abducted or eloped voluntarily with Rhaegar Targaryen.
The crown prince.
Yes. And at her deathbed she said something to Ned. Which is mentioned, was that mentioned in the show or is that from the books?
I think that's from the books actually.
Okay. But that thing would then be the promise to keep my son safe. Because he is a Targaryen.
She said, "Promise me, Ned. Promise me."
She said, "Promise me." But what was he promising? That we were not told that.
Yeah.
So the promise would then be that keep my son safe because he is a Targaryen. He's the son of Rhaegar, which would make him now one of the rightful heirs to the throne.
Yeah.
And the extension of the theory is then the name of the books, A Song of Ice and Fire, making Jon Snow of ice and of fire, because he's a Stark, and he surely looks the Stark part and not the Targaryen part, but he's also Targaryen, so he is the ice and fire, and he's the unification factor that the country needs. So in honor of that, I will post the picture on YouTube will be Jon Snow on the Iron Throne.
Ah, okay.
And everybody who hasn't read the books can comment on this.
Okay, well I'm going to comment on it also.
Yes.
I'm going to say that if it's true, that means that his claim to the throne supersedes that of Daenerys' claim.
If he's older, right?
No, because
she is...
He's the son of the crown prince. He's the son of the oldest son.
Yes, and she was the daughter of his younger brother.
So yeah, so she is Jon Snow's aunt. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but he supersedes because it's the oldest son of the oldest son. So always goes oldest son. It's only
even if the oldest son never holds the crown.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Us Swedes knows this because we remember what happened to the Swedish king, because his father was never a king.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Yet he inherited from his grandfather.
Yes.
So it's the same thing in Westeros.
Ah.
But so my point is his claim is better than Daenerys' claim.
Yes. And she would then be forced to support him
or kill him.
Yes.
Or something. Yeah. Another point is that I forgot the second point.
The other point was about George R. R. Martin talking to the producers.
Oh yeah, that's right. When George R. R. Martin first talked to the producers, they had a really long lunch that went into afternoon snacks and then into dinner. So it was like 10 hours or something, I don't know. And he asked them some questions, like just to check how well they had read the books. So he asked them, do you know who Jon Snow's mother is? But we haven't been told what the answer. But
apparently he was satisfied with the answer.
Apparently, because now they're running the show. So
yes. And this season he has directed episode 9 again, or?
I heard that he directed episode 2 actually.
Oh. So and he only does one episode?
Yeah. He
okay.
Last time I heard his contract was 1 episode per season.
Yeah.
But he might be stepping up now and doing several episodes per season. I don't know. On Internet Movie Database it looks like he's done every episode.
He seems to be quite engaged in the project.
Yes, too much.
It's probably delaying the book.
Exactly, because it's delaying the book still.
Yes.
So that's not good. Oh, another thing about Jon Snow. If Jon Snow is a real Targaryen,
yes,
then why did he burn his hand when he grabbed the lantern and threw it at the zombie in season 1?
Ooh, that...
He burnt his hand, so he had to have Master Aemon wrap it up and with ointments and stuff.
And that seems to be so relevant that he actually burnt his hand on.
Yeah.
So that's a very good point.
So but Viserys also died from having molten gold poured over him.
Yeah, so only the true Targaryen.
What's the true Targaryen then?
The chosen Targaryen, the
exactly.
one with the dragons.
Yeah. So, but that speaks against your theory that he burnt himself, but then again Viserys was burnt also, so maybe he can't.
Wow, this is deep.
Yeah.
It's really the thing I like the most with the show, that it is so deep. There is so much to go into.
So many hints, so much stuff that sometimes is revolved, and sometimes it's like, wait a minute, is this revolved? Is this have you figured this out yet or not? Or is it like, I mean, now we have a murder mystery.
Yes.
It's not the first murder mystery, is there?
I think it is the first really whodunit mystery.
Well, the first murder mystery was the death of Jon Arryn.
Yes.
The late hand of the king. And we all know who did that, right?
Yeah. Tyrion.
Okay.
No, that was Cersei, wasn't
it? You sound uncertain. Okay, well, let's go to the second murder mystery.
Okay.
What was the attempted murder of Bran?
Yeah.
Someone sent this murder into Bran's.
Yes.
Yeah, we're supposed that somebody sent him there. So we all know who did that as well.
That was Cersei, wasn't it?
Okay, so
Cersei is behind everything,
so
which makes this so strange, as she isn't behind this one.
Well, Tyrion is only ruling out one person, that's Cersei.
Yes.
So that means that it can only be her, right? So then Cersei has killed all three.
In the end of the series, Cersei will kill everybody.
Or maybe it's Tyrion, because Tyrion killed Jon Arryn, you say. Or no, you changed your mind there.
I think this is the point where we end.
Okay.
Because the series is so deep that we can talk forever.
Yeah, and we will, but not on camera.
Yes. Anything else before we go? No?
I think that's it.
Alright.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back next week.